now. Okay. Okay, so first off, this is a commentary of the new world record Ninja Gaiden Black run speedrun. The previous world record was 155.05, and this time right here is 154.29. I'm not sure what the RTA was. It was never really measured, but I did RTA. RTA is real-time attack, and essentially just, it's like from start to finish, how long is it going to take you to do that? And my RTA was 2:05:32. But that's not really relevant right now, but I got a guest here. His name's old Falco, one of my stream monsters. He didn't really know much about this game, but he's just going to be like tuning in, just saying random stuff. But okay, first off, yeah, this first part here isn't as clean as I like it to be, but one thing I want to say, this game is a ridiculous, like, just a ridiculous amount of difficulty if you're trying to speedrun it. Because one, like, there's a lot of randomness in there, you know, like boss RNG, depending on, like, enemies are gonna dodge you or not, and there's money management. You never know how much money you're gonna have. Like, you just kind of get lucky sometimes. But basically, I want to talk about what I'm doing here. Essentially, these ultimate techniques, they take essence to charge quickly. But if you absorb 2, it'll get you to level 2, like ultimate technique or whatever. And if you actually take like these guys out with the level 2 charge, it actually gives you a lot more money than it would normally give you. Just, so that's like one way you can obtain money if need be. That's another thing I was gonna say. Like, the previous world record holder's name's Josh, and what Josh did in his run that I didn't do, that he actually saves probably about 2 minutes in total, is in chapter 11 and I think it's 10. Yeah, chapter 10 and 11. On chapter 10, I get an extra jewel of the demon seal, and I fight a bunch of these little bug guys. And what that allows me to do is have more money throughout the run. So it stays like a little more consistent. And at the very last time you do visit Muramasa, you can buy like a lot of potions and things that you do need throughout the run. And also on level 11, he doesn't get the oxygen container. He just goes straight through and just kind of like goes up and down in the water just to catch breath. I get the oxygen tank. So that's something like that he does that I don't. But again, like, this route was kind of made for people who want to learn the game, I guess, and it kind of tones down the difficulty a bit when trying to do so. This guy's kind of weird, you know. Whenever I'm saying the randomness, you can manipulate him to make him somersault towards you, and then sometimes, you know, he doesn't allow you to hit him twice. He'll just block. But for the most part, this fight was pretty good. I got the best luck. Not the best luck, but it was really good luck.
No slides.
Yeah, no slide penguin. So 3:19 isn't the best time. Josh got 3:15 in his run, but I can see why, because, you know, my best time is like 3:06. But, you know, there's a lot of luck, a lot of good execution involved. I would love to see a perfect run of this game, because it's kind of ridiculous, dude. Like, more than... Huh?
It's ridiculous with all the luck and all the difficult everything.
Yeah, everything, dude. Yeah, I would consider this a god tier speedrun game, because it's pretty goddamn hard.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Oh.
Like, even speedrunning it, it's like, the game's still fucking hard. Where I'm just like, speedrunning any other game, it's like, okay, it's just hard to play fast. No, dude, this game is just like, difficult no matter fucking what you're doing.
Yeah, you just die like just trying to beat a boss. of really good runs have ended.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
A lot better than this one has ended. With you just dying to some boss.
Yeah.
Did you lost your talisman?
Yeah.
Did you lose it relatively early in this run?
I actually lost it. Let's see. What did I fucking? Okay, I lost it during the twin worm fight because I didn't jump. Like, I don't know what, dude. I was just playing really risky and I didn't jump. Basically, I missed time my jump and then I got hit by the little swing. This is really easy to do. You just jump and then you hit an XY. It's called an XY jump. Like, I'm going to be talking about different sorts of jumps in this run. There'll be X jumps, B jumps, Y jumps, and then XBY jumps. But basically all of them are going to allow you to gain greater height and or distance. So you can reach areas that normally are not accessible. Or in doing it the way you're doing. Anyway. This stage is pretty tough, mainly because there are two fights that both really suck, and mainly it's because of RNG. Sometimes you'll shoot your bow at the samurai guys on the horse and it just won't hit them. It'll kind of bounce off and ching. So you kind of gotta position them. If you really want a good fight, you're going to start out the fight by... The horses always have fixed positions, so they're going to be at the same spot at the beginning of the battle every time. So what you can try to do is, if you're fast enough, take out the first guy with those two arrows, and then you can... That's one like, lance guy that you have out of the way, because more, like... You want the lance guys to be priority whenever you're taking these guys out, because the lance soldiers can come up to you and grab you and cost a bunch of time and just piss you the fuck off. So you want to take those guys out relatively quickly, much more quickly than you take out the bow and arrow guys. Let's see, this guy is pretty easy, but not really. Like, if he stays close to you, you'll have much better chances of hitting him with the arrow. And also, if you get lucky with blue or red drops, what those give you is an instant charge 2, and you can use that to deal quite a bit of damage to this guy. But you're better off just trying to charge up a stage 1. And this was actually a pretty decent fight, because, you know, one, I didn't get hit a lot, I didn't take a lot of damage, and I was able to somewhat consistently hit him with the arrows, because it's pretty important that you shoot him with the arrow, because it's, you know, the main weapon that you're going to be using whenever you fight this guy. 347 isn't amazing, it's really good, but I've gotten a 330 before. Also, thing about this game, if you're gonna speedrun, you cannot skip through the cutscenes unless you've seen them at least once before. And you do have to activate a save statue. Why the fuck am I mixing my words up, dude? It's weird. Yeah, you have to activate a save. Oh my fucking god. Save statue, motherfucker, to actually have the game record the time that you spent playing. Otherwise, it won't count the cutscenes as being watched.
And they make for good breakfast.
For good breakfast?
Breakfast, yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah. I mean, I don't know. They're decent. I see, like, I hit him with the charge 2 UT, and, like, obviously you see the big money. That big money, dude. Those big-ass fucking yellow orbs. Those are big money. That's why I use that, UT right there. Just to kind of guarantee that I'm going to have over 3,000, essence before I have to go to, Muramasa and upgrade my sword to Dragon Level 2. Because what that's gonna do is gonna save time just everywhere, really, especially on the next stage, because I need certain attacks to make the level go by faster, and also increasing your weapon level is going to also increase your damage. Yeah. I'm gonna do, like, my very best to not make this commentary boring, because, like, I'm the only person that really knows anything about the game. But, I'm gonna do my best. But, this level is not too hard. Basically, it revolves around you doing these fights as best you can. Otherwise, you're not gonna get a good time, because there's, like, 5 or 6 that you have to do. But they're all relatively simple. But again, this game has such a huge margin for error that it's just so easy to mess shit up. So you gotta be really careful about that. This is pretty decent. I just spilled water in my laptop.
New world record of water.
Yes, awesome. I did get the world record. Let's see here. Yep, pretty much right here, you're gonna want to have over 3,000 essence, as I was saying before. Because you need that level 2 dragon sword. Because level 2 dragon sword is very necessary. And right here I have more than enough. And you need at least 1,000 for this next chapter. Because you're going to have to actually buy an info that costs 1,000. And obviously if I have over 1,000, I don't need to worry about collecting any extra money. But yeah, now that you have level 2 dragon sword, you can do flying swallow, which kind of disposes of these guys pretty fast. That was actually good because I did the quick kill. You need to lower that thing 9 times in total. You're gonna do it 3 times at the beginning, and then 6 times right there. It's incredibly easy to fall off. I've had a few runs where I just completely missed the wire and done. Thing about, like, even if you have the Talisman of Rebirth, if you fall to your death, it's game over. You can't just revive.
Ever had, like, a really good horse fight and then just fell off right there?
Yeah, definitely.
Love that.
Like 30 seconds ahead, and well, you know, boom, horse fight. Like, and then kaboom, fucking fall off. Shit. You know.
You had 63 attempts. That's not too bad. 63 long attempts. There wasn't that many, like too many, like really early game resets, I don't think.
Well, back when I was, like, streaming this game a lot, I, would always die, like, at the very end. Like, before I had, like, a real run to go off of, I always just died. Like, at the very end, man, and it was just so fucking... Like, that was before I had, you know, something like a world record time. And I got the world record now, bitch.
You died on the final level, going up to the final boss, you just fell out, died, run over.
Yeah, fell off, died, run over. That's the thing about this game, like, if you're gonna speedrun it, it's gonna piss you the fuck off. You know, there are some games that speedrunning, like, make you rage pretty hard, but this is This is much worse than Super Mario 64.
Mega Man X2
And
makes me
yeah, it's
X3 fucking makes me angry too. As of today, I got so mad. Like, dude,
this.
the elevators get so consistently yesterday, and then today I just couldn't do it. It took me literally 30 times.
This guy's pretty easy. I got decent luck. Definitely could have been much worse. Pretty much all you have to do is do 2 slashes and then just an XXY combo. And you want to activate your Ninpo when he's attacking you, because what Ninpo does in this game is that the startup frames until the end of the animation of Ryu actually activating the Ninpo will give you invincibility frames for as long as the animation lasts. So what you can do is take advantage of those like pretty well. All you have to do is activate a Ninpo and then you'll be invincible from any attack, really. Unfortunately, it doesn't last a long time, but it lasts long enough. A second is quite a bit for invincibility, especially in this game. Granted, how hard the fucking game is, dude. Like, it's quite a bitch, to say the least. This is pretty simple. I don't do this as fast as I can, but it's fast enough. And you'll be able to... There will be better examples throughout the run that I can show you exactly how the Ninpo gives you invincibility frames. I mean, it worked in that fight. I don't think I activated them like very well though. Again, this game is just a lot of boss RNG, and it's kind of frustrating, but it's not really to the point where if you get bad boss luck, it's just going to end your run completely. Like, there's no one boss that can really do that to you that way. I mean,
See you lose like a minute on that flying bitch.
yeah, that.
Round 1? Is it?
Yeah. Huh?
Is it bitch fight round 1?
Well,
who's
that,
the bitch that makes you lose so much time?
well, Alma, but the thing is, like, I lost a lot of time on that split, but the thing is, I also messed up. Like, it wasn't all RNG. Okay, yeah, I had, like, bad RNG, but I also messed up that fight. And I could have ended it, but I got my shit mixed up because I was choking. Choking.
Yeah, I definitely. I am the choke master.
Yes, you are. It's pretty easy to choke on this game. You do it, especially if, like, you're just sitting on a cliff. You're like, okay, if I fall off, I'm dead. Well, fuck you, you just died.
Yep. Final level, 2 hours and reset.
Yep. Dude, there's no way to get back up. This is,
Do you have the talisman?
well, if you had the talisman, it would just revive you and then kill you again. There's no way to get back up. If you fall down, you're fucked.
You're dead as fuck.
Yeah, you're done. If you fall down, yeah.
Good way to interrupt.
Yeah, it's, pretty shit-ass, dude.
Alright, I have to go to bed. But I have a message to anyone that hears this. The next time you stay up for 40 plus hours, Caleb will get a world record. So fuck sleep.
Yeah. Alright, man. Good night. Uh-huh. So that last level was pretty short. A good time there is about under 2:55. I didn't do the fights as well as I could have, so I lost a bit. Tired. This is a pretty long game, which is one of the things that makes it so difficult to speedrun. Again, it's like incredibly hard. That doesn't really add to the difficulty factor, or didn't really help with making it incredibly difficult. Yes, it does. God damn it, what the fuck am I saying? It's like, it's hard, but it didn't help increase the difficulty. It's like, what? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Basically, I'm just saying, it's really goddamn hard game to run. It's, very, very, very frustrating. That scarab is pretty easy to fall from trying to get it. This fight, you have to do it. There's no way to avoid it. It can be good, it can be shitty, and it wasn't too bad here. It definitely could have went a little smoother, given how many times I missed. It's just kind of RNG. Are you gonna hit him or not? Nope. Well, you know, the dodge your flying swallow. You just gotta try again. Yeah, you have to kill those guys if you want to activate the bridge. Otherwise, they'll follow you, and as long as their characters are in the loading zone, you're not able to open that door. This scarab coming up can be one of the most difficult to get. As long as you have the correct setup, it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to get it with these. But I didn't have the correct setup. I did get lucky there, though. You can get trapped in there pretty easily, just fucking dicking off with all those Spider Clan. Black Spider Clan Ninja, I think they're called. But they can mess with you in there. Like, possibly kill you in the run. But pretty much, like, this route is based off of doing certain attacks to get me the certain amount of money that I need. Some attacks are quicker to use than others, but then again, sometimes you have to use ultimate techniques to get you some money that you wouldn't have otherwise, just to make the run a little easier. This you have to go until you vibrate. The controller vibrates. It's kind of misleading sometimes. This is pretty standard, the way you do this. The Inferno does a lot of damage, and you just have to do an XYXXX combo, and then use another Devil Elixir, and then what you want to do there is, like, you want to hit him with the hitbox, and then you also want to hit him with the actual fireball. So that's gonna, they do equal amounts of damage. And also, what helps with this fight is taking, let's see, whenever you dash in the air, you want to get your flying swallow out as fast as possible. Like, otherwise, those tentacles are just going to hit you and knock you back. And this fight is pretty easy, but it can be incredibly annoying at times. But it's not too bad for the most part. You need your ultimate technique right here. Just kind of finish him off pretty quickly. This run, can be improved, but I'm not really going to try to do that anytime soon. Because it's pretty difficult to run this game. Expect to get a good time. This is one of the longer chapters in the game. It's somewhere around 12 minutes, but for a speed run of this game, like, it's a pretty lengthy chapter. But yeah, you're gonna have 5 scarabs at this point. You're gonna want that armlet of potency. You don't use any of the life of gods in this game because they're just not useful. I mean, you have to get 9 of them for anything that happened, and it takes a while to use. Maybe for a 100% category, but 100% category basically wouldn't happen in this game. It'd just it'd be too ridiculous. And there's not a New Game Plus option, so probably this couldn't even happen. I don't think I'd executed this fight very well. There's not really a perfect strat for this fight because everything's just kind of random. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to hit with this thing. Okay, I was. I thought I didn't hit with it. Pretty much with these guys, you want to knock them out of the air and try to take them out that way. And you need everything early over here, especially the stone, given it's a key item. Can't beat the game without it. That was a really dumb mistake, costing me probably about 10 seconds or so, maybe more. And here, like, that's another thing in this game. You want to manage your pauses, much like Ocarina of Time. Whenever you do equips, so you don't have to pause a whole lot. So you want to equip the Armlet of Potency. You're going to have equipped throughout the entire game because you need it. Well, you don't really need it per se, but it does save time getting it. And if you know the combination, you'll get it every. It's. But sometimes, even if you know the combination, it won't allow you to open it, so you have to try it again. I'm not sure why. It just happens sometimes. You're not able to open it, so you just have to, like, try again. It's incredibly odd. Again, there's a lot of stuff in this game that just doesn't really make sense. Didn't hit with that ultimate technique, unfortunately. Yeah, you're gonna want to get this scarab over here. You only collect 22 scarabs in this run. Because, what 22? 22 is the magic number because that's just enough to give you the Diabolro, I think it's called. And that is basically it looks like a cloud sword. And that's gonna help you at the very end of the game with fights. So you do need that. You can do a run without it, but it's just gonna be a lot slower. Because the Diabolro is going to allow you to damage the end bosses, some of the end bosses, especially the demon guy, pretty proficiently. It's not great, but it's 5 times better than what you could do without it. This is pretty quick. I actually find that running on the right side. I'm not running on the right. I mean the right side to me. Yeah, like it'd be the left side to Ryu, but if you run on the left side, it's actually a little faster. This is a tiny skip. You just kind of jump off, and then if you position it right, you can get down there pretty quick. I find that there's this room coming up where you have to fight a bunch of those guys. I find that using Fire Wheel and Flying Swallow works out pretty well whenever you're trying to take them all out. I was not able to get down the ladder here. I don't know. That was just silly. It doesn't really matter what you do here as far as taking these guys out, but obviously if you take them out, it's just less you have to fuck with if you just sit there in the elevator. And that slide slash that he does there, yes, for the most part it hits twice. That's why it hits him that once, and then takes off his head. This is what I'm talking about when using Fire Wheel and taking out these guys. It's just a lot more proficient. I think Josh used the Vigorian foil, but his strat wasn't as fast as mine, so I just kind of do that. But when you only have like one guy left, it's just kind of annoying. It's just best that you throw a shuriken. And this is a pretty good strat here. Now that you have the arm mode of potency, you can take these guys out faster because you can kick them, and then as soon as you take this guy out, you do a UT, take out those guys, and then there'll be another guy, another archer over here. He won't be there unless you kill those 2 guys. So you have to take him out first. And now you have more essence to charge from. And then you have a blue one, so you can do an instant charge too. I mean, the amount of damage that this weapon does to these guys is just absurd. Because, like, if you've played this game, you know how much health these skeleton guys can have. So, pretty damn good, to say the least, as far as damage goes. That room could have been a little bit faster, but I didn't really get optimal spawn points on the skeletons. You want them to spawn right next to each other so you can take like 3 or 4 of them out at one time. I didn't get very good luck here. Usually he spawns a little bit further away, but given how I was on the switch or whatever, kind of made him spawn a little bit closer. Had that happened, what you can do is actually take these extra guys out during that cutscene in which the guys fall down, and the switch depresses. And what that'll do is game to detect that now it is ready for the switch to come back up. So it's not really luck based per se. I mean, you could get it consistent. It depends on where you're actually standing. But yeah. I didn't really get it there. You do want to take out these bats. If you don't, they will kill you going up this ladder. That's the thing about this game. During cutscenes, you can get damaged. And yeah, you can die on that ladder. You don't take out the bats. Now this is very fickle. This can be this is somewhat luck based. Kind of depending. I got lucky there. If you get bad luck, that guy will actually block your attack, and you'll deflect off of him and you'll fall right back down. You have to go do it again. If he does that, yeah, you have to repeat. But if not, if you get lucky, you'll more than likely land on the platform. Same thing with these bats. Don't take them out. You know, they're gonna do a lot of damage because you know there's like 50,000 of them. So that accumulates pretty rapidly. I almost died here actually because I didn't take enough out. And also this skeleton fight goes quicker if you have the armor and potency on, which I do. You can take this guy out in 2 rounds with the Vigorian flail. You want to dodge that attack, just roll out of it. I didn't really have time to do it. If I remember correctly, this level was somewhat decent. I saved about 20 seconds or so. The thing is, when the speedrunners time their runs, they'll use a program called W-Split. And what it does is basically sets checkpoints throughout the run, and you hit the checkpoint. Most of the time it's space, and what that'll do is split one checkpoint from another and determine how much time you gained or lost on that, you know, certain split. I think I gained about 20 seconds here. It's a decent level. You get a good level if you do the relic room pretty quick. The room with the flying ball things and the multiple skeletons. If you do that boss fight pretty quickly, you can get a decent level. This chapter is pretty luck based because the boss fight at the very end of it is incredibly luck based. Most of the time you don't get very good luck. It's a hit or miss. Most of the time it's a miss when you're kind of trying to compare luck. Here you want to upgrade your dragon sword to level 3. That is priority. You can upgrade your lunar to level 2. It just depends. You're going to need it for level 10. But I do it early just to get out of the way. Also, you're supposed to talk to that Muramasa guy because he'll give you another Life of 1,000 Gods. It's not completely necessary, but it's just going to be that much better throughout the run because you're going to have a lot more health. And this right here, essentially, I'm using the mechanics of how Ryu reacts to enemies to skip a certain puzzle that you're supposed to do. This, I didn't do this very well. I kind of messed up. Basically, whenever you run up the wall, Ryu is now going to be in the target range of the skeleton. So if you hit Y, he's going to actually he's going to go towards him, so it'll land you on the edge. And then you use B to get a little extra height, which throws a shuriken. In this room, it's really easy to do. The timing's not that tight. But in this room, it's just a bit, it's a bit more precise. And you want to take this guy out with the incinerator shurikens. Because if you don't, he's just going to kind of be there to fuck with you. So I got it first try there. In the previous world record video, Josh actually had to take several attempts in trying to get that skip. Fortunately, I was able to get it first try. But it's not that bad. Yeah, I'm about to get a Skype call. It's gonna be a bit loud, probably. I'm not sure though how loud it's gonna be. It's okay. Now that you have the level 3 dragon sword, that's gonna make things a bit quicker. Shane. Pretty much how you want to do this fight, take those guys out and then use your gleaming blade, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Then how I can charge it so quickly is by absorbing the blue essence, and that's going to give you instant level 2. And here, you can only carry up to 3 Life of 1,000 Gods at a time. So use them all right here. But one thing I didn't do is talk to Muramasa. Typically you're going to have 3 of them. I only had 2. But it doesn't really matter too much at all. You just want a lot of life, because it's going to make the Alma fight not suck as much. I do skip the Ice Ninpo. Ice Ninpo it's not that good.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
So Shane, yeah, I got the world record, man.
Awesome, congratulations.
This game is ridiculous to run, dude. It's fucking retarded difficulty. God, I just got it though. Boom! Fucking world record, man. Seriously.
Now, how much faster is this than the old one?
It's not a minute. It's about 45 seconds, probably.
Okay.
If not, nah, it's about 35-40 seconds faster. But again, I was just saying that, like, what Josh does, he does strats that I don't do that automatically save about 2 minutes over my run, because pretty much like my route is like the safe strats that so I don't get the extra 2 minutes.
Okay. So basically, it's just like safe strats can still yield a world record.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. And see, this fight is easily one of the worst in the game because it's really luck based. That attack is bullshit, because if you attack her anyway, and you do still knock her down, the attack's still going, so you're gonna get hit by that pillar, regardless. Yeah, she's a bitch. Again, I'm just trying to lay a flying swallow off, and it just doesn't work. I do make a bit of a mess up in this fight that would have cost me, actually, that one mistake alone may have cost me the ability to get sub 154. This is where I mess up here. I do get another flying swallow in, I knock her down, but I don't get the correct combo. Just kind of like right here, I do this kind of wrong, and she's got such little health left. Anybody who played this game knows how hard it is just to fucking hit this bitch. So that cost me a lot of time. Probably like 30 seconds. Cause, yeah. But yeah, fuck, fight's over. You know, get the shit out of here. Goddamn.
It's like an eyesore, that boss fight.
Do what?
I said that.
The
So
what?
that boss fight is just an eyesore. The queen bitch, because it's like you could get the right pattern on her, kind of like you were doing, and then she can suddenly decide, yeah, we're gonna just kind of troll you.
Yeah. Essentially.
I just remember multiple times watching you fight her, and just be like, yeah, that's bullshit,
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking... I make a bit of a mess up here. What you're supposed to do is actually use Gleaming Blade to take out all those guys as they're coming down. I didn't really do that very optimally, but, you know, I still got through it. Other than that, this stage really isn't too bad. It's a pretty straightforward level. You just kind of got to go back to the entrance. Yeah, dude.
Oh, is this where you end up take out arrows?
No, that's the next level.
I remember that segment because I was just like, I didn't know arrows were so destructive.
Well,
Take out the tank.
yeah, the ADFSD cores or something. They do a lot of damage to tank.
Yeah. I guess they just have advanced weaponry that military powers of the world cannot handle. But, you know, what do I know?
You want to grab the arrows here? This fight is just absurdly silly. You just shoot 4 arrows at this helicopter and it just kind of flies away. Oh, see ya. It's like, okay, well he's got a fucking bow and arrow. We just can't contest with that.
And they're not even explosive arrows, they're just regular arrows.
No. In this part, I'm not sure why. This guy takes forever to spawn. So you have no choice, but you have to wait. And as soon as he pops up, you pop him in the face with their arrow.
So that guy just sits there and takes forever to spawn.
Yeah, this is even on the 360 version where loading times are faster. But still, it doesn't fucking matter. And also, this door, you can die, like, trying to go into it, because you can't sometimes. And you get the strongbow, which is pretty damn good. It's also required. You have to be careful not to run out of arrows doing that, or else you have to go get more. Which is basically going to be an instant reset.
Oh, because you have to go all the way back down to those 2 doors again just
Yeah.
to get the arrows.
You don't have to get the scarab, but I get it for some reason anyway, so I just skipped that one. I don't know why I did that. It probably cost me like a couple seconds. And you want to resupply on arrows. And this this level coming up here, you can actually do a sequence break. It's in the warehouse. I'll get to that when it comes up to it, and I'll explain the process of doing so.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Kyle.
What's up, Kyle?
Dude, Kyle.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's get the world record.
World record?
Yeah,
Did you got it?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Woo!
And then, what
World record for Ninja Gaiden, man. Nothing is too entranced in Black Ops.
oh yeah, they got it. They got that shit now. But essentially what I'm doing right now is making a commentary for it. So I'm just kind of watching my run and just explaining, whatever. It's a lot more fun and interesting when you have like 3 people kind of fucking doing whatever instead of just one. Because this is kind of a long video to commentate. But essentially, this is the sequence break in which I was talking about. Essentially, you have to line up with here. And then it's not frame perfect, but you have very little amount of time to execute this trick when you're running along the wall. You want to jump like as soon as you don't have the ability to like run on the wall anymore. And then you want to do an XBY, which is Dragon Sword X/B Shuriken and then Y. And that's going to give you just enough height and distance to scale that rail. So you can do it that way. Boom, yeah, it's a sequence break. Saves quite a bit of trouble and time. More trouble than anything.
What, how much time does it save exactly?
I don't really know.
Okay, do you know what the sequence, like, what the sequence is if you don't skip it?
Well, you have to go activate power. Like, you have to go upstairs or whatever and, like, turn on the switch to get the power. And then a bunch of these fucking gay helicopters, like, spawn. And you have to dodge their blue shit. You gotta go on these platforms and just scale and whatever. It's a dick, dude. So,
It's a hell of a game.
yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous to say the least. This is a pretty difficult fight if you don't know what you're doing. Basically, you have to get the cores and just shoot the shit out of the tank. It does quite a bit of damage. I'm not really sure if aiming at certain spots do different damage. I'm pretty sure it's just kind of consistent throughout the entire fight.
So really you just damage boost through the machine gun, but the main cannon you have to avoid.
Oh, dude, that does half your health. So yeah, it's pretty vital that you avoid that. I mean, I have a talisman still, but obviously I'm not going to sacrifice it just to get hit by a cannon shot.
Yeah, that's not all that.
I could have saved a little time here by doing risky shit, but I didn't want to die. That was obviously pretty tight. So I about fucked up there pretty badly. But now I have to go all the way across. Like, you want to destroy the tank when you're near the cores, like crate, because you're going to have to get more of them, regardless of what you do. And like, pretty much, you're going to have to use the Great Spirit Elixir at least once throughout that tank fight. Even if you don't get hit by any of the explosions, they're still going to be like shooting the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And then you can grab remaining, like, more health by taking these guys out with explosive arrows. I don't get the best luck here, because he doesn't die in one shot. Usually these guys drop 2 blue orbs, and it gives you it'll fill your health all the way back up. but I get a yellow ore, but it's whatever. This helicopter fight has pretty consistent RNG for the most part, but sometimes right after this, he'll go to the right, and he'll just fly all the fucking way out of just everywhere. And I got the good luck here. It's pretty uncommon that you get the bad luck, but when it does, it's no good. So you just switch to explosive arrows just to shave down the remaining damage. And again, you want to basically be stocked on cores throughout the entire run because you're going to need them for various fights. And I talked to this guy once more because it's going to give me a Spirit of the Jewels, and it's going to give me the missing Life 1,000 Gods that I did not pick up. I'm going to use that. But pretty much what I'm going to do here is use the Spirit of the Jewels, because at the end of every level, you come into the next level with full Ninpo and full life. So I'm going to take advantage of that and use the Spirit of Jewels so I have more Ninpo for the next level. That's going to help me pretty considerably. If you get bad luck here, the guy is actually going to shoot a missile at you. I get pretty good luck, so I don't have to use any potions. So that was pretty fortunate for me. It's also pretty easy to fall down that cliff there, and you have to go back up. I almost didn't get hit by one of the blue lasers, but I fucked up at the very end. And this is a pretty cake section of the level, especially right after you get that health. This is definitely one of the tougher levels of the run, just because the helicopter fight can be incredibly difficult if you don't know how to dodge the missiles that he shoots at you, because those can do about a third of your health just being hit with one missile. Yeah. Pretty fucking crazy, dude. Getting the record. Like, whenever I first started running the game, like, pretty much I only wanted to run it because I just wanted to do it for awesome games done quick. But I was just like, yeah, I probably won't go for the record. I'll just have a decent time, and then I get the word record. So very ironic, but worked out. So that's cool. Got video, world record. Yeah. I guess it only took me 63 attempts. So that's not too bad. Are you guys still there? Are you guys still in the call? I cannot hear you guys. Here's another one of those sequences where you have to wait, just because like the game at the time, the graphics and whatever were so magnificently done, because this game came out in 2005, and this actually looks like actually a basic 360 game that would be out now. So I don't know, this takes a while here. But then you're just gonna move around a little bit and they'll come out. you can kill those bats there. It's up to you whether you do it or not. It's just gonna save you a little bit of trouble trying to go into the door, because the door can just be retarded. How many hours have I played this game? Probably not that many. Probably like 350 in total. Maybe not even that. I'd say about 300. This room is what I was talking about earlier. Whenever Josh does time saver strats that I don't do. He doesn't do this fight. I do it because it's gonna give you a lot of fucking money. It's gonna give you more than enough money than you need throughout the run, just to make it that much easier. So you have the accessibility to buy potions and what have you. That's mainly the reason why I use the Spirit of the Jewels in level 9, just so I have enough, an info or whatever, just to make the fight a little bit easier. Those of you who are watching, I'm sorry. These commentaries can, there you are. There you are.
Hey, sorry, I stepped away.
No, well, like, okay, why can't I hear myself?
Are you talking loud enough?
No. Well, I'm talking loud enough, but like I can hear you. No, I can hear myself. Where's the fuck is Shane, dude?
Shane.
Where'd Shane go?
How do I add Shane? Is that Shane right there? Beta Sigma? No, it's not. Valdezi. Where's Shane?
I don't know, he was in the call. Like, again, dude, I can hear myself.
Valdez Shane or...
Hey, in the call, and then call me back.
In the call?
Yeah. This worm fight... Let's see here. You there? Yeah. Okay. That's much better. It's much better. Anyway, this worm fight, I don't get the best luck at the very beginning. He can shoot like his electric balls once, like a total of 3 times. If you get good luck, he's only going to shoot it like once here. I make a quick work of this fight. It's pretty simple that you do that. Also, I was going to say, I'm granted invincibility frames during an ultimate technique. That's why I'm not able to get... That's why I don't get hit whenever I do that slash attack. You don't normally grab this. I was just feeling like I needed to be safe. That chest has a lot of money. So if you feel like that you're down on money, just grab that chest, and it only costs like 5 or 6 seconds.
Oh shit.
Here's the final Spirit of Jewels that you do collect. And you're going to use it pretty soon, I guess. This is definitely one of my favorite levels to do. One, it's the length of it, and it's very difficult, and I just kind of like the level, I guess. It's kind of like an aqueduct or whatever. It's a lot of backtracking, though. You have to activate some switches, activate switch there, and go back, do that, whatever. It's just a really fun level to do for me. not the hardest level, but it's difficult. It's very easy to get lost, that's for sure. The jump slashes that I do down that corridor actually save time. Oh. Kyle. Kyle.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that was really loud.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But try not to get too loud or whatever.
Is it still loud?
I can't hear it now. This is another one of those fights where I was talking about being granted invincibility frames. Again, I'm getting like kind of bad luck here. But it's not really shit you can do about it because it's just RNG. So, not really anything you can do.
Dude, I used to play Yoshi's Island a lot when I was younger.
Yeah, no. And this is where I fuck up pretty badly, but it doesn't really affect me too well or too hard because I still get the world record. Basically, I just mistimed my jump and I got the recoil from the fucking worm. It did quite a bit of damage. I was pretty pissed whenever I got hit there. I was just like, even if you use the talisman, doesn't mean the run's over. It just means you have to play a lot more carefully. And that is much harder to do than just, it's easier said than done. And this is where you use the final jewel, the Spirit of the Devils. And then you maximize your Ninpo, and then you use a great devil elixir, and you get the one that's sitting right there. It'd be in your best interest right here to use Fire Wheel, just to kind of guarantee that you're going to get through these guys, because sometimes, I mean, when Ryu gets damaged, he doesn't have invincibility frames. As long as he has the damage around him, he's going to take it. So it's not like if you get hit once, you have a break. You're going to get hit again. Corridor or whatever. This is kind of the exciting part of the run, or the level, because all the gay shit's over with, and all you have to do now is pretty much go straight to the boss.
It definitely has a fastest reload I've ever seen.
This is where you upgrade to level 3 and receive the Dead Ball Row after collecting 22 scarabs. I have a shitload of money. Normally you're not going to have that much money, but I have quite a bit there. And you can actually upgrade the Vigorian Flail to level 2, which is going to max it out, because it's going to make the Doku fight a little quicker. But I don't do that just to ensure a little more money at the end of the run. It turns out I had a little bit too much, so I could have upgraded. And this section right here, it might be pretty precise, but I find myself finding that I find myself getting unlucky and then just lucky and getting that first try or whatever. So it's kind of weird. This is the final boss room, where you do stuff and equip the strongbow. You have a switch to hit. And I fuck up there pretty badly. It's like 5 seconds. I mean, that does look cool. I mean, you just go up there, do some fucking wall jumps, and then boom, hit the switch instantly. Unfortunately, you don't get to use the Brand of Valor. It'd be cool. You use that shit as a weapon. And then this fight, I actually get really good luck. I actually get, like, the best luck that I could possibly get. If that boss hits you with that grab attack, that's a lot of time done. And he does a shitload of damage with it, too. Pretty much normally, he'll, like, dash around the area, but, you know, again, I get really good luck, so that was nice. I actually saved about 46 seconds in the split, so that was really fucking nice. So that was a really good fight. Like, I only got damaged once or something, I don't know. Actually I have to go to the bathroom, but this level's pretty boring because it's just a bunch of swimming, but I'll be right back.
Chat, what's up?
Oh, that is a good glitch. Please let me see this, right?
But yeah, there's not really too much to talk about in this level, unfortunately. Hey, Kyle. I have Paco's Power Ranger game.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, if he was wondering where it is, I have it.
Okay.
So, I don't know if he was looking for it or not, but yeah, I got that shit.
Yeah, let's say anything about it. You should stream it, dude. Alright.
Stream it? Definitely going to be playing a lot of Mega Man X. Now that I get the record for this game.
Well, that's Speedrun new games, dude.
Well, I will.
Do an RPG.
Huh?
Do an RPG, dude.
What RPG would I run?
Final Fantasy 4.
I would like to do it. Final Fantasy 4.
Dude, I would do it with you. Well, I just speedrun Mario RPG. We both do be speedrun RPGs, dude.
Yeah.
Fun.
It'd be fun to do that, but I don't know. RPGs just are kind of boring, but not because they're RPGs and they're just awesome.
Yeah, man.
But this is also a part where I was explaining where Josh did other time saver strats that I don't do. He doesn't grab this, he doesn't do this sequence of events where you get the oxygen cylinder. And also, if you just try to go up and get the hand crank, well, you might get hit by one of the blue guys shooting the lasers and shit. But it's all luck based anyway, so you just kind of have to hope you don't get fucked.
Hey, well, you should stream some Final Fantasy 4 right now.
I suck at that game.
still streaming. Think about getting the record, that'd be cool, dude.
Yeah, it would be.
Maybe, like, bragging a bit.
We got the world record. Yeah, again, it's this level is pretty boring. It's just a lot of swimming and shit. So.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Look at it.
Would you, like, just to like help grind out the boring parts. Like I'm just playing some Power Rangers, dude. It looks good on this TV.
Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I love. God damn, I wish there was more to talk about. But there's really fucking not, because it's just me just swimming a shitload. So, hey, get the fucking medallions and you put them in the thing, and then boom, the door dies. And you just go, really. It's what you do. You just go. Thing looks like a big fucking vagina, dude. It's pretty much what I think of whenever I see that.
Oh yeah?
Yes, sir.
I'm purchasing Yoshi level 1 100% speedrun.
Oh, nice.
It's fun to play, dude.
I'm sure.
I think I want this to be my platforming run instead of Goemon, because this seems like a little more fun. Also, Goemon freezes up a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. And I think my favorite system is seriously is the Super Nintendo.
I love, dude, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Yeah, this Mario RPG, some of the every once in a while. Have you been playing not Mega Man, Mario 64 any?
I haven't in a few days. Just because I've been having, like, other focuses. Pretty much. But I'm gonna hit that shit pretty hard. I mean, when the time comes, dude, I'm just gonna play that game all the time. Okay, this fight is not that hard. The way I do it is basically I'm going to predict his attacks, and just practicing this boss fight over and over again will kind of get you the feel for his attacks. I make a pretty big mistake there. I get hit, which costs quite a bit. Obviously did a fuck ton of damage. Couldn't see that. gotta keep in mind there, like, at this point in the game, if I get hit once, it's over. I die. But that is a pretty decent fight. It's not the best. This is a pretty big, this is a sequence break technically. Pretty much you're just going to use the BY jumps to gain the extra height. And once you get on that first ledge where that treasure chest is, it's pretty easy from there. But that's a pretty useful skip. Yeah, it saves a fuck ton of time. It's not that hard to do. It's real easy to practice. So if you were to want to practice it, it's pretty easy to do. Level 12 is really fun for me. It's not really one of the. It can be one of the longer levels if you fuck around in the lava too much. It's just a lot of stuff. It's a lot of backtracking, a lot of cool jumps you have to do, and a lot of, skips. It's pretty fun, and the music for this level is awesome too. It transitions from like a lava scenery to like an ice cavern.
Hey Caleb, what game are you playing now?
Well, I'm not really playing a game. I'm just kind of watching the video. Yeah, I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this whole commentary.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, which is probably about 45 more minutes.
How do you believe it's going so far?
Huh?
How do you believe your commentary is going?
Well, I mean, it starts off kind of slow. Well, actually, it starts off pretty quickly, but like as the levels proceed, there's just less to talk about. So, I don't know, it's all right. But yeah, that sequence skip there. You can just do a BY jump and get past the steam. This jump, I'd really be careful. It's a bitch, that jump. If you miss it, you lose a lot of time and health. Yeah, you put your four ores in there and just good to go there. But I make a mistake there. What you're supposed to do is run along the wall, but I didn't really do that, obviously. There's a lot of leeway for error in this level, just because of the amount of lava that surrounds you the entire time. But like the music for this level just suits it so perfectly. It's just there's nothing better.
Oh You don't say.
Yeah, I don't say.
You don't say.
I completely agree.
Dr. Steve rules with Brothers and Brother. I think I'm just going to practice 80% because 100% is a pain in the ass on the go-to that one.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of shit. This guy's pretty easy. You just equip the lunar and you just attack him, kind of. And that attack pattern gives you invincibility frames. It gives him invincibility frames, rather. You can, and that's an example where I was talking about. You can use the Ninpo to grant you invincibility frames. Shit. Table. Just a lot of. I wish this run was a lot more interesting to commentate, but it's not. Just keep finding.
What kind of foods are shaped like dicks? The best kind. The Superman with that guy. What's his name? The guy from Shia LaBeouf. This Shy guy.
This worm can be incredibly hard. Fortunately, I got pretty good, I got like perfect luck on him. So he was pretty easy money. He can shoot fireballs at you that have a stupid hitbox. You can do your best to avoid him, but it's probably not going to happen. Yeah, the hitboxes are pretty stupid on that fireball. Again, he didn't really do it, so got to get into the stick.
You know what would be kind of fun to do is just do a few like individual world runs.
I thought that's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like, there's different records for each level, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I wouldn't want to do a run the whole day.
This dragon is one of the harder bosses of the game. Essentially, you know, after you do the damage that you do to him at the very start, you have to go up, and you have to rely on them to do that, come at you, to do the damage, but if he doesn't, if he just kind of shoots fire at him, you just basically have to rely on arrows to do the damage, and just kind of punish him off. So I didn't get bad luck. Fortunately, I got pretty decent luck in the boss fight. And here at chapter 13, Kyle. I don't know. I can just hear myself, dude.
I can hear you.
I can hear myself talking, dude. It's kind of stupid.
Something wrong with Skype?
I think. I don't know. But here at the end of the level, you're going to equip the Dragon Sword, Inferno, Incendiary shurikens and use that final life 1,000 gods there. 9 minutes is pretty good, pretty damn good for that level. My best is 8:58, so it's definitely very, 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 very much so acceptable. And this is one of the more clutch chapters of the game. It's like, from here on out, like, the run starts getting pretty clutch if you have good times, because the harder boss fights are at the very end of the game. And for some reason I, like, go the wrong way there. I'm not sure why. And I start kind of choking a little bit towards this time because, well, world record's about to happen. And if you want that to happen, you gotta fucking play. Can't just be dicking around like I am now. Huh. Yeah, pretty much the whole chapter, you just basically backtracking. Well, it's the feedback.
I hear a ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, that's like the game audio.
Oh.
She's just like jumping repetitively.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah, this commentary is like boring as fuck. It really is though. It's not like in Mega Man X where, well, if I were to do a commentary of Mega Man X right now, it'd still be pretty boring. Like, you pretty much have to rely on a bunch of people in the Skype call to like just make it interesting. There's just not a whole lot to talk about, really. I already talked about a lot of shit that I want to talk about, so it's like, yeah. But it doesn't really matter because it's fucking world record. But it does matter. So this is cool ass part of the game. You get your true dragon sword, which is fuck yeah, pretty much. God damn it. This fight is very, very, very random as well. But in my opinion, I don't think it's as bad as the first time you fight Alma. It's just, it can be a lot more rough because the amount of damage she can deal is increased significantly. And I have somewhat of a strat to deal with it. You can use Ninpo basically as a get out of jail free card. And here I almost, like, if you lean her against the wall, you can do a shitload of damage to her and just like keep getting her an infinite loop where she gets hit by the fire and just keeps getting hit by the gleaming blade. But it's situational and it's very random, just see if you get it or not. And if I didn't use that Great Spirit Elixir, I would have died for sure. But yeah, it's just a bunch of random shit. This fight can be shit. Like, I damn near died right here because I was just playing so fucking risky. Like, it was really clutch for me at this point. Just kind of sitting here, I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty ahead. I'm probably gonna world record. And what do you know? It fucking happened, dude. Me getting the record. Huh. Man, fuck this commentary, man. It's just, there's not shit to talk about and be like, okay, you know, there's a different way to, like, fight the bugs. Make it a little easier, but, I don't know, like, it's just, the best way to fight these guys is just to charge up your fucking UTs with the Dialabro and just, that's about it. You just don't die, like, I mean, really, though, that's like the end of the level. It's pretty much revolves around, like, a terrible Alma fight and bugs. Like, you just gotta do bugs correctly. It was a pretty decent time for that level. I mean, it could have been a little bit better, but a lot of luck plays a part.
The start clock is cutting in and out.
Yeah, I know. Hey man, I'm just gonna end the call, dude, because it's like getting really fucking gay.
Alright, dude.
So it's like,
I'll talk to you tomorrow or something.
alright, man. Yeah. I waste a lot of time at the beginning of this level because I hit pause and shit way too many fucking times. So, but it didn't really cost me too much. Shane?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool. I don't know what happened. You just kind of like dropped from the call. But it's all good now. Yeah, pretty much at this shop guy, you want maximum Dialabro, because if you don't have maximum Dialabro, the amount of damage that you're going to do to the boss in which you need it is going to be pretty low. And it just, you know, helps throughout the run. Like, seriously, this is one of the harder levels because it's got a fuck ton of ghost fish. And if people who played this game know what ghost fish are, they will just rage because ghost fish are ass. If you don't know what to do against the ghost fish, they just fuck your wife up. Yeah, what's up, man? Shane?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Not much.
Yeah?
Much.
Yep. You know what game is, like, really good, though? The Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fighting Edition for the Super Nintendo. It's a pretty good fighting game.
Yeah, that game is pretty good.
It's a really good fighting game for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, it's pretty good. What's up, Valdez? This section of the level is kind of difficult. These guys really don't want you to get that key that's over on the other side of the level. So you gotta just hope that you don't get fucked over. Like right here, I'm not getting the greatest luck. I fall down, and it's very difficult to get this key because they really don't want you to get it. And finally, I get it here. Which, I could have done that a little bit faster. Normally I wouldn't get this great spirit elixir that's sitting over here, but it fucking is, yeah, it's pretty reliable when you need it. Also, avoiding these ghost fish, all you have to do to avoid them is basically just do a jump slash, an X slash. Dude, fuck this commentary, man. No. Can't fuck the commentary. We're almost done. You can't just, like, avoid it. It's pretty goddamn boring, though. I'm gonna say that right now.
It's just not a good commentary.
Well, it's not like we have Tiki and fucking Jeff and Gojurin and shit to hype it up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, true. But it's just like, I wish there was more to talk about. That's the only thing, dude. but it's just like the levels, you know, it's like go here and, you know, do that shit. And yeah, this boss fight I can talk about pretty well. The amount of damage that you can do to him is pretty equivalent to the amount of damage that he can do to you. That's a lot of damage that I'm doing to him. But again, that fight may look easy, but it's not at all. It's easily one of the harder fights in the game. But then, like, that stage is over. The stage, chapter 15, is probably the most clutch chapter in the game, because if you're here, it's gonna be a decent run, and this chapter will kind of make it or break it. Because one, it's the longest chapter in the game, and two, it's the most enduring. And it's basically just all fighting. And if you fuck it up, it's incredibly easy to die. Yeah, ghost fish. Shit. And here's where I upgrade my Inferno to max level, because it's gonna do a shitload of damage to these demon guys here that are coming in this level. And like, yeah, this first floor isn't bad, really. But you just have to manage your ninpo, because you don't want to use too much. If you do use too much, you won't really have any for the final, like the fourth floor, which is like completely necessary. Because that fourth floor can just, it can be the worst and just end your run. Not that it's hard, it's just like the monsters in it have an ability the way it can take you down to the previous floor, and that just sucks in itself. Doesn't really need any explaining. You just gotta be careful with these guys, because they can grab you, and when they do that, they just fling you around and do a bunch of damage. This room is kind of a hassle. As long as you have a lot of essence around you to absorb, it's not too bad. It's just the demons can like just appear in random places. You don't really know where they are. this guy at the very end, these two guys, they're so damn stubborn. Just don't want to die. Unfortunately, they are very close to each other, so I kill them at the same time. This room's not bad. It can go by pretty quickly if you get off your ultimate technique. This is the room where I've said it was a bitch. You kill one of these guys and the black shadow under there, they can actually take you to the previous floor. So if you get hit by that, it's just shit. It's pretty terrible. And here I about die because I'm choking at this point, basically. And, I just get hit a shitload. And it all would have been solved if I just used a fucking devil elixir. I wouldn't have to, like, sit here and just pause and use potions. Get the shit over with. Because at this level of the Inferno, it basically one-hits anything. Any normal enemy, rather. It's incredibly strong. And this is pretty much where all the fights start. You have to fight these guys, which aren't too bad. And then, yeah, you just have a lot of boss fights you have to do again. And you gotta fight this motherfucker, but you have a new strat coming up to him. You, charge your ultimate technique twice. And usually it'll actually knock off both tentacles, but I wasn't in the right position, so I didn't get the benefit. Yeah, you just absorb the essence, just like normal. And you try not to get a force cycle on this guy. This is kind of ass, because he starts like shooting fireballs and shit at you. But they're pretty easy to dodge. However, if you do get hit with one, it does do quite a bit of damage. You have to watch out. This guy does a fuckload more damage than he did before. Like, probably double. Especially with his, like, maul attacks. That shit does a crazy amount. You don't want to, like that attack right there, you don't want to get hit by it. You just don't want to get hit by it. And this is one of the gayer fights in the game, if not the gayest one. Because you kind of have to rely on luck to get your hits off. Pretty much this entire fight is you charging your ultimate technique and hoping that one of the guys he spawns, like, you'll kill with the ultimate technique, so you can charge it and boom, and do like a lot of damage like that. It doesn't always work out, so you kind of have to manage. I'm not gonna say it's a fun fight. It kind of is. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just dick. Like, if you take him out before you actually, like, that was nice, because I was able to take out his spawn and do the damage to him at the same time. And, you know, based on what attacks he does, you can kind of determine what he's going to do. And if I got hit right there, the run would have been over. So I'm playing it very, very risky right here. And again, I use the invincibility frames to dodge that. And that was another good one where, in the instance, I was able to kill the spawn and take him out at the same time. At this range of health, you can actually throw incendiary shurikens and take him out. So, and once he gets really low on health, you don't have to worry about any bullshit. Huh. Yeah, you just, your blood fucking boils right now. Like, when you're this far ahead and you're just, alright, time to get the new record. Well, it's not always that easy. Obviously. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Alright, I'm gonna explain this boss fight. Pretty much you have to take out her shoulders, right? That's pretty obvious. And then they'll stop her attack. And then you have to do that for the same thing for the other arm. As long as you get a full charge UT right there, you can do it pretty easily. And this is where the Ninpo does a lot of that's quite a bit of damage right there. Fortunately, I would get really good luck. So Raish turns around, boom, done. So that's pretty badass. You have to shoot her a certain amount of times. Like, what's gonna happen? I shoot her, and then the skulls start flying. Well, you have to kind of time when the skull is flying. Like, when you get hit by one of the skulls, like, that's when you need to activate your fire wheel. And then she'll come down, and you have to, boom, do that, and that does a fuckload of damage. Like, it does a ridiculous amount, as you see there. And yeah, the fight's pretty much just cake from there. Just shooting a shitload of arrows and accumulating the damage. But don't be afraid to use all your arrows, because you're not going to use them for anything else. So that fight's done. So at this point you're really shaking, because at this last level's goddamn gay. Just getting to the boss is just stupid as hell. I mean, I play it incredibly safe, and you're gonna see that. I play it so safe. Just like making a bunch of stupid little mistakes. I just didn't want to lose the run. I really didn't. Also, I want to note something that whenever I did use the devil elixirs before this stage, I was actually using great devil elixirs, and I didn't realize that until like the very beginning of the level. So I was like, oh fuck, this might just be a reset or something. But fortunately, I was not under the pressure there. I was able to manage my elixirs pretty well. This last fight, it's pretty goddamn easy. As long as you have enough, Great Devil elixirs or whatever. But I only have one here. Usually I have 3. Fortunately, I do this fight like a champ. Using the Gleaming Blade, which does an absurd amount of damage. And, yeah, you want to be safe here, because, if I die, dude, fuck that, man. It's like the biggest boner kill ever. And I use my Great Devil Elixir here. Fortunately, I'm able to... my heart was pounding so hard right here. I knew I had the world record. And that would have been it right there. But I don't get very good RNG here. So that wastes probably like 12 seconds or something like that. I could have had it, but I don't really care. At this point I was just like, that's the world record right there. Boom. Done. Motherfucker. So that was that's it. That's the record. 154.29. It was 155.05 by Josh. I do want to say shout outs to Josh Mangini because he developed the route for this whole game, and yeah, I basically copied his route and improved it a little bit. But yeah, that's the commentary, and yeah, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.